A
Welcome to the new
continuación estaremos
Camtasia
mostrando el
Studio.
formulario que
We
utilizamos
encourage you to
para
watch and play
nuestra
with this Getting
aplicación
Started project video
en
to learn some of
Windows.
the most important concepts of using
Podemos
the editor.
observar el botón Ingreso,
If you
mostrar y
want more
recetar.
in-depth tutorials that will
Ingreso nos
walk you through
permitirá
the entire
ingresar
process of
a
recording,
nuestra
editing, and sharing your
aplicación
videos,
los
then
datos de
please
los
watch
alumnos
the Getting
mostrar.
Started
Nos
tutorials
va
using
a
this link
lanzar
under the Help
un
menu.
mensaje de los
The
alumnos
editor is
egresados
divided up into
y
three main
reset, que
areas: the
sería
clip bin, the
resetear
timeline, and the canvas.
los contadores
The
de
canvas is where
aprobados,
you see your
reprobados,
video during
total de
playback
alumnos
and
y
can move,
promedio. Y
resize,
salir,
and
pues,
reposition
nos
all
permite salir de
media
la
however
aplicación.
you want.
Podemos observar
The
claramente
timeline
el
is where you
código
assemble and
fuente.
edit
En
your
nuestra
video.
aplicación solamente
At the
utilizamos una
top of the
librería
timeline,
y
tick
pues ahí están
marks
nuestras
represent
variables
time
ya.
in terms of minutes and seconds.
Acá
When
podemos
building
ver
a
cómo se
video,
puede
you'll work in a
declarando el botón de
horizontal
ingreso,
manner, beginning from the
los
left and
parámetros
moving
que colocamos,
sequentially
¿verdad?
through
Para
time
que
toward the right.
todas las notas mayor de
The
100
tracks are layered on
pues se nos
top of each
indique que
other,
es un error
so
y que
media you add
debemos
on
de
higher
ingresar de
tracks
nuevo.
is viewed on top of media on lower
También
tracks
la
in the canvas.
declaraciones colocamos
For
algunas
example,
excepciones, ¿verdad?
this
Como esto
callout
de
is
lo de
placed on
error.
top of the video track on the timeline,
Nuestra
and
matriz
therefore is on
también
top of the
fue
screen video on the canvas.
utilizada y
If
pues
I
ahora
drag
sí
the
me
video
ingresó.
track on top of the callout
Vamos
on
a
the
probar
timeline,
ahora la
the callout
aplicación.
is now hidden behind the video on the canvas. Use the
Colocaremos
zoom slider to
un
magnify
nombre,
the view of the
una
timeline.
nota
This is very helpful when making precise cuts and selections, like
y le damos
removing
insertar.
ums in your audio. New
Correctamente
media
nos
can be
indica
dragged
que
and
uno
dropped
fue
on an
aprobado.
existing track,
Vamos a
or
ver,
a new track is automatically
colocar
created
otra
when media is dropped at this location at the top of the timeline.
y
To change the
uno
position of a clip on the
hacer promedio.
timeline, just
Damos
drag
mostrar.
it. To
Correctamente
change
nos
the
lo muestra en
duration of a
pantalla.
clip, drag the edges in either direction.
Damos aceptar
An important part of the timeline is
y
the playhead.
podemos
To
colocar
view your
otra
video,
nota.
click play. Notice how the video and the timeline's playhead stay in
Vamos a
sync.
colocar de 1000 para que pueda
Click
decir
anywhere along the timeline and the playhead moves
que
to
la
that
nota
point.
ingresada es
To
igual.
remove a portion of your
Ingresar
video,
nuevo.
make a selection
Le
with the
damos
green in point and
resetear.
red out point.
Y
Then, click
lo
the
que
cut
podemos
button.
hacer también es mostrar.
If you don't want
También nos
media
lanza
cut
el
on a
otro mensaje
specific
que no
track,
tenemos
just
datos
click the
que
lock
mostrar porque
icon.
no existen igual.
If you make a
Vamos a
mistake
salir
while
y
editing, press
con
Ctrl
ello
Z on the
terminamos
keyboard
la
to
explicación
undo,
de nuestra
or choose
aplicación.
Edit Undo. Double-click the playhead to deselect. Next, we'll look at the clip bin in the library. The clip bin holds recordings, audio files, images, and title slides being used in the project you're currently working on. The library stores video clips, intros, callouts, title slides, and other media assets you want to use from project to project. It is pre-populated with professional content you can use in your videos. You can download more media from our website by clicking this link. You'll find a lot more music, callouts, and animated titles to use in your projects, and it's all free. Once you find something you like this callout for example, just drag it to a track on the timeline and resize and reposition it as needed. Double-click the callout on the canvas to open the Callouts tab and edit the text, or change any of the text properties like color or size. You can find a number of other callouts to use in your projects by expanding this Shapes menu. You've probably noticed the video zooming in and out at times, for example here when it's zooming into the timeline. To learn more about adding and customizing zoom and pan animations to your video, check out the other Getting Started tutorials on our website. We've talked about some of the tabs already, but be sure to explore the others for adding and editing special effects. If they don't all show up as tabs, click on the More tab to explore others, like the speech-to-text capabilities and captions, and the improved quizzing. Also, transitions can now be dragged directly to the timeline and added on top of clips. So we've shown a few ways you can navigate and edit your video, but how do you get content into your video? To make a new screen recording, click the Record the Screen button. If you already have an audio or video recording you'd like to use, click the Import Media button. When you're done with your video project, you'll need to click the Produce and Share button to create a shareable video. Expand this menu to see a variety of presets. We have a new video player that plays back your MP4 video and includes other interactive features like table of contents, closed captions, quizzes, and even hotspots. These features are available when hosting your video on TechSmithScreencast.com or the video and player on your own web server. This player provides playback on multiple devices with just one video, whether it's a phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. Well, it's time for you to try Camtasia Studio for yourself, using the content on the timeline, or better yet, create your own. We have lots of free tutorials on our website, and I recommend you begin with the Getting Started series. Also, the help file inside Camtasia Studio tells you how to use each of the Camtasia Studio features and applications. One last thing, if you ever want to open this Getting Started project again to view or practice with, use this link here. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy Camtasia Studio.